Hi everyone, welcome to Insync. My name is Oyin, and with me today I have my lovely ladies,
Victoria,
Esther,
and of course we have our lovely handsome men.
Francis,
Keli.
You guys look so dashing, so handsome, jewelries, everything.
Thank
Come
you.
on. All right, so are you guys ready to be on a hot seat?
let's go.
You're born ready.
born ready.
All right. Let's go.
Let's
Ladies, are you guys ready?
always ready.
Yes.
Alrighty, so the first topic today is, what do you men, like both of you, what do you consider red flags when you're getting to know a woman?
I have to know this because I really want to know what men really think.
It's
like I
hard.
have to know.
Like, for real, what do you guys think? Like, what is it?
All right, I don't mind kicking it off. Number one on the list is hygiene.
Oh,
They cannot be smelling.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nothing
I-
you can-
I-
I feel like that's even standard. Not even like you need to just smell
You will be
good.
surprised.
No, personally, I have like very high standards, higher than probably usual, but that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like I need to know that you take care of yourself, your environment, like it needs to be on point because again, obviously attributing that to how you were raised and how you've become, that's a non-negotiable for me.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah, hygiene. What about you?
For sure. Like, it's funny. I was going to say the same thing he said, right? Because I'm very big on hygiene as well. Like bad breath. I don't know how someone just you brush but you didn't brush properly.
So please explain for our viewers, what does brushing
It's
properly mean?
like okay. I'll use myself as an example. Right? People who know me know like sometimes, no, not sometimes. Every time I spend a long time in the washroom, right? And majority of that time I'm brushing my teeth. Understand? Like I could brush my teeth for 20 minutes and shower for I could like example.
Please.
Relax, right?
What are you, bro?
I'm actually going to break it down. I'm going to explain, right?
Alright.
20 minutes could actually
This
be
is a process,
brushing my
okay.
teeth, right? And I could use 10 minutes to shower or 5 minutes to shower, right? So at the end of the day, it looks like I'm spending too much time in the washroom. So when you're brushing your teeth, right? And I'm breaking this down because it's very, very important to me, right? Because it's a big turn off.
Yeah.
Because I like kissing, so anyways, like when you're brushing your teeth,
Hot boy summer.
the breath, like the bad breath, it rests on the tongue, right? That's
Yeah.
how it is, right?
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
a
If your
lot of
tongue is white.
Yeah, and a lot of people just don't understand that you really need to go deep into like
Yeah.
inside.
You have to
Right?
like
Yeah.
gag.
Okay, I have a gag reflex. Like I mean,
So there's this thing
It's just
I
not
always say.
naturally.
There's this thing I always say when we talk about things like I tell people like I have two brushes, right? So one is soft, one
You
is
have two
strong.
brushes?
Yeah, and I use them at the
I've
same
actually
time.
seen that part of it.
Okay, yeah.
So one is soft, one is strong. So I start with the soft one, just brush whatever. Even my tongue, I use it. Then when I want to brush my tongue properly, I use the hard toothbrush, right? It goes in, and you take it, calm down.
Okay, but wait.
So your mouth will not smell.
Gotta get a tongue scraper.
You have to.
The tongue, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
mandatory.
Yeah.
No, but wait. But it's like, when you're getting to know a girl, before you actually meet her to smell the breath and whatever it is, what are the red flags? Like, what turns
Listen,
you off from that conversation?
I'm not scared with asking that question from the get-go. And the thing is that you pick up, okay, so being someone that's very, I won't say attentive, but noticing the little details. There are things when you're talking that would give that away. Like, you're talking to someone, they get into this, oh, my house is so messy. I'm just like, okay, like, what's going on? Oh, I need to put laundry away. Like, those little things, those are little cues. And, I mean, obviously, when you get to see the person, they will do their best to make sure that is not the case. But when you eventually spend extended time with them and you start seeing the real habits come out, where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, we just ate, I'm trying to put dishes away, and you're going, oh, leave it. Like, we can get to that later. No,
Oh, that's a red flag for you.
like, listen, we need to like
Get
put
rid of the
things in
dishes
place.
Right away, right now.
No, but okay, but no.
Because no, see,
What if you're tired? How much did you eat?
For me, like, no, if I have people over and I have dishes. I'm not gonna wash the dishes when I have my guests
no,
over.
but listen, this
Like,
is
I'm tired. Like, but I would I'm not gonna lie. I'll wash the dishes like the next day or the morning, but not the day of. Like, it's just the next
I get
day.
that.
That's the next day, baby.
Like, if we have people, look, if we have people over and there's a lot of dishes in the sink, I'm not gonna be washing dishes while my guests are there. And when my guests leave, I'm not gonna be washing the dishes because I'm tired. What I'll do is I'll clean the counter, clean the table, everything. But the dishes, it can be left for tomorrow. Like, I'm just looking at the dishes. The dishes are looking at me, and they already know the deal. Like, it's gonna be done the next day.
The thing is, from what you guys, this topic of dishes, right? I think it's preference, right? Because I disagree a little bit because if someone could be a clean person, right? You leave the dishes for 1 day, 2 days, but your
2 days.
2 days.
No, okay.
2 days.
Let me finish. Even if it's 2 days, right? If you stretch it for 2, if you decide to, right? You know you're a clean person, you know you're a clean person, right?
Yeah.
You leaving your dishes for 2 days, it doesn't necessarily make you a dirty person, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, right? I look at other things, right, before it gets to that. Like, obviously, if you leave it for maybe a week, then you're stretching it. You're demonstrating because it's like, okay, sorry, go on.
I'm gonna pull you guys right back.
Okay, sure.
All right, because this is where I feel you went off. First of all, you assumed that you were having people over. We're getting to know a lady. You're spending time with
Yeah,
her.
it's just you.
So this is behavior when it's both of you. When I have guests over, I deal with that the next morning. I don't mind that.
That's what I
but I'm
do.
talking about when it's you and this
Dishes
potential
just don't
person. Like,
No, okay, but okay, when it's you and the girl, you guys are chilling inside. You had dinner, right? And she's late.
And it doesn't
She's
mean
tired. She doesn't clean up that night. Is that a red flag? Because that's the girl is still a guest in I guess you're a guest in her own, right? So she's not clean up that night.
I'm not sure
So-
about guests in her home but
You're getting to know her.
yeah.
You're a
But
guest.
it's usually probably most of the time done at mine, and I know that. Okay, yeah, you're tired. That's fine.
Okay.
But before we go to bed, I will if it's set up the dishwasher or whatever, right? And then just get everything settled because again, blank slate the new day. There's things to do, right? I don't know what my schedule is, or I do know what my schedule is, and it's packed. I don't want to be worrying about that because, again, now I've been in situations whereby we've left it to the next day, and probably as a test where okay, your day went about you working on whatever, and said lady was just ignoring it, you can deal with that, right? That I was just okay, all right, you know what? We'll sort this out later, but again, it's a canvas showing okay, this is what this person might be like when there's extended time, right? Again, not ignoring the fact that people do act up in the beginning and the facade show I am this way when really you're not, when really you're not, right?
Yeah, that happens. That happens. So we have hygiene.
And brushing your teeth.
Brushing your hygiene. And then we have
For
dishes.
deodorant.
Okay, so what else?
What's another red flag?
It gets deeper,
Okay, let's get to the deep. Let's get to the
let's
deep.
go
hygiene,
Yeah,
it
no
could
more
be,
surface.
hygiene, then maybe you're just looking presentable, then maybe just having common sense.
What do you define as
Then-
presentable?
Exactly.
Presentable is just, I don't want to be embarrassed on your behalf if you're outside, right?
So now to
just
eat.
know how
No
to
secondhand
dress.
embarrassment.
Just know how to dress, know how
Yeah.
to behave yourself.
You're not licking soup from the plate with your mouth.
You understand? Just those small things that you expect somebody that is
Oh, that
of age
makes
to just
sense,
have.
yeah.
So that
Yeah.
to me it falls under the category of common sense, right? And some people don't have it too.
Some people
it's
have
not
it.
common.
It's
Yeah,
not common.
It's actually not
No,
common.
it's
They
not
love
common.
that. So
And that's
yeah.
That's
So
a red flag.
No, that's a recent realization in general.
Yeah.
You cannot expect people to have common
Common sense.
decency or common sense.
Yeah.
Right? Because just people are different.
You're getting to know a woman, and I guess you're dragging the whole process of asking her on a date, and then she asks you on the date, and then would you let her pay on the date, or would you be like, you asked me, so you have to open that check?
wait, I didn't. Can you
So
phrase it
a
again?
girl asks you on a
Yeah.
date.
Yeah.
Would you let her pay on the date, or would you be the man and pay?
She will pay now.
Wow, and you're getting to know her.
Oh, I agree with that. If I'm gonna ask this guy if I'm gonna ask you on a date,
Yeah.
I would pay.
What are you
Okay. Yeah,
First
now
of
you phrase
all,
it different.
again, I'm a little bit old school, and if you're not as a guy, if you're not gonna pay, or I mean, we're talking, and if you're not gonna pay, regardless of whoever asks, then I mean, it's a no to the date. But then that's why you don't go out on, well, personally, don't go out on that many dates, right? Because again, it has to get to the stage where it's like, all right, fine, we can go out, have a meal, and personally, like, I found that, and again, it sound corny, I love cooking, right? And I use that as like, again, what do you call it, a bonding experience, quote unquote, to just kind of figure out like,
Come on, friends. Let me just
But-
find you.
Chef.
but again, like if we're going out for a meal that's outside each of our lodging situations, I would definitely be paying for it.
The thing is, like, I understand what you're saying, but it depends on the scenario, right?
It does
It
too.
could be
It
very
does
different, right? Like, obviously, if I'm feeling the babe, right, I'm going to make that move to want to pay. But if she insists, I'm not going to. Like, I'm
No,
going
no,
to
yes, yes.
There's
That's
nothing wrong with
If
that.
she insists, that's
Wait, what?
different. If she says,
If
"Oh,
she
do you know
insists.
what? I asked you, I'm gonna pay." That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But then when the check comes, you're looking at her, she's looking at you.
No, then you pay. You pay. And if I may ask, are you talking about like an ideal situation where the guy, they're actually feeling themselves, or it could be either way, right?
So I would
Yeah,
say.
because I asked, because I'm going to say, if I'm not feeling, I'm not going to stress myself. If you want to
But
pay,
you still
pay.
go on that date.
I'll go
You
chop
eat free
now.
food.
Yeah, he's gonna eat free food, of course.
It's like me, I'm a very, very freestyle kind of person, right? I don't think too deeply into this kind of things, like dates, who pay. And okay, now, if you want to pay, pay. You understand? That's just how I am, though.
Yeah.
I'm not paying on no for if a guy's asking me on a date, I'm not paying. Like
For sure.
Are you ever gonna ask though?
But if you ask,
I don't ask, but
Okay.
why would you ask? Like I don't shoot my shot. So normally, if a guy's gonna ask me on a date, I just expected him to pay. But you know what's so funny though? There's actually some ladies who actually pretend to pay. Like they
You'll bring
you
up
know
the
how
wallet,
things
but
like-
they
I'm asking for dessert while you're bringing out your wallet. Like,
Yeah, like, of course, I agree, because I believe everyone is African here, right?
Yeah.
Because we're that mindset, like, yeah, the guy expected to whatever.
That's
Yeah.
the old
Yeah,
school,
like,
old
yeah.
school
Yeah.
kind of thing, right?
There's room for, new school
yeah.
as well. Growth, exactly.
The first date should probably be the guy, regardless of who asks. Subsequent, like,
Then yeah.
I'm sorry, like, okay, I need to know that it's not gonna be only me. Just touching the issue of probably finances. Finances, right? Obviously, as a guy chasing someone, you have to, one, come correct. Know that, okay, you can hold your own and somewhat support, right? But again, a trigger for me is we're out having a date and a lady goes, so how much do you make a year?
oh, see,
That's a problem.
that's a problem.
And I'm a lady.
That's a problem.
I don't know, but I was a bit.
But for me, I'll ask like, "What's your job, a career?"
But when do you ask? Esther, when do you feel like is a good time to actually ask a man about?
Oh, I ask like literally where I'm just starting to get to know you. Like it's just like general. Like,
How much
what
you
do
making?
Well, not how much you're making. Like generally, like what are you doing? Like what do you do for a living? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear rapper.
I'm like, come on.
Sorry.
Don't knock
I
knock a
don't knock
hustle,
it.
man.
Drake is a rapper. Oh.
He's a rapper and he's earning a lot too.
But you know, like I feel like there's a way to get around that. Like if a female wants to know like generally what a male is making, I think the best thing to ask is, okay, what do you do for a living?
Do you know what? I agree because I'm a recruiter. So when I'm getting to know a guy and I know, okay, this guy he's a BA, whatever. In my head, I have an idea of what he makes, but then I try to block it off because it's like I don't want to judge you based on your finances just yet.
That
Because
might
it's
not only be his
okay.
only source of income
Exactly.
too.
He can have like
That's okay.
5, but he's choosing to just tell me
Yeah, I need to
one.
have
That's
that
okay,
mindset
but if you
because-
come straight, if you come straight
Wait,
like
it's
that,
coming
I'm
out
gonna
like-
tell you, like, listen, all right, clearly what I make is out of your pay grade.
Oh.
You do not need to worry yourself about that, and this is effectively over.
So you just you
Like,
you
But
answer
I-
and then
I'm not bringing you here to eat or taking you out because, or I'm doing that maybe on a budget.
yeah.
Like, I know that I'm good. I'm good. You do not need to worry about that, right?
Francis, are you single?
Yeah, but
Ladies.
Normally, what do you
yeah.
think?
Based on what? Because I was
Like a
about to-
woman asking you,
asking me out.
your comp, like how much do you make?
I'm not going to tell you.
Or would you bounce after that?
I will tell you what I do. You go figure, right? I'm not going to tell you how much I make. Really.
Why though?
Why do you want to know?
Do you know? I'm not gonna lie because
Like some people actually want to know like how much a guy makes,
Okay, so
right?
okay. Let's say you ask me, right? Let's say you make 100K. I make 60K, for example. If I tell you, what happens after that? Be very honest.
Yeah.
So
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And you make 100.
What happens?
So
What's happened after that?
I want to ask you first, like, when's your next promotion?
You say, okay, pause. You say, okay, no, so wait. So wait,
You have a side hustle.
okay, so you see what she's saying right
It's your only income.
my chest.
Okay, so you see what she said. She just said, it just triggered something, right? Based off on the original question. You saying, what's the original question? What are some
What are red flags?
red
The red
flags, right?
flags, yeah.
So I'm not judging you. But it's based
Just
on
a lie,
right?
it's a lie.
Yeah. So there's something girls do that they don't realize they do it. She just did it, right? So what she did is, you're not giving these men room to be perfect. You understand? So you expect that he should have everything figured out. Like you expect. You see what she said? When is your next promotion? Come on.
Yeah.
Like come on, like how? Okay, and I know some very good liars, right? Guys, they can lie, they can tell you exactly what she wants to hear. So when you give, I didn't call anything, right?
Why are you getting triggered?
No,
Why
I'm
are
not
you
getting
triggered?
triggered. I'm like, listen,
No,
we're
I'm
outnumbered
listening,
here.
I'm
We're outnumbered here,
I'm
okay?
listening. I'm actually listening.
Yeah,
here.
but
Okay.
when you give that room for, be imperfect, right? Be yourself, say it as it is, right? The fact that someone's making 60K and making 100K, it doesn't mean that guy can make 150 the next
Yeah.
month.
That's why I feel like me
But
asking.
why-
But that doesn't
But I
give you
feel
to
like me
like.
asking, for me asking, not what's your promotion, but like, what are your next steps? Are you planning on trying to make more?
Okay.
Because if I'm making 100K and he's making 60K, I'm not saying I don't, like that's a big red flag, but I want to know what are your future plans, because I don't want to you just stay at 60K and I stay at 100K, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna feel uncomfortable.
Okay,
There.
all right,
I want to know, do you have other side hustles?
Like you want to see if he's motivated,
Are you
ambitious.
exactly?
Yeah, I
Are
get
you
you.
trying? Or is it the reason why you make 60K? Is it because you're not in a managerial role? Are you planning to make more money in the future? Like that's the reason why I'm asking those questions. Because for me to get to my 100K, I did all these other steps. You know what I mean? So I just want to know, what are you doing? And if he says, okay, it's just 60K, then. And if he's saying he doesn't want to make more and he's just comfortable, then I see that's a red flag,
All right,
because
I'm gonna bring a scenario before
I personally
you.
can't.
I'm gonna bring a scenario before you,
Okay.
right?
Let's bring the
Okay, so
scenario.
hypothetically speaking, you started seeing said gentleman. You're on 100. He's on 60, and not once during that relationship have you asked for anything, and there has been a delay. You've gotten everything you wanted and more, and like he's been on point. Regardless of 160, you don't know what that person's situation is. Person could be like, okay, I just want to work, but you know what? I got a hedge fund, I got a family trust fund that it's coming every month.
Yeah.
He's not obliged to give you that information.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So that goes to judging a book by the cover,
That's true.
right? Just so, I mean, you can have that conversation.
But
Okay,
I
what
am
is your ambition?
asking, what other things you have
But
besides
then he
just
might not
asking?
tell you because
I don't have to tell you that I have a trust
Because
fund.
a lot of people
Exactly.
don't
I
want to
don't-
tell you
I
that
do
they're
not.
street.
That's my
Yeah.
point.
I don't have
Because
to
they
tell
feel
you
like
that.
you might. They
Exactly.
feel like if they tell you, it's like you're not gonna fall for them because of what
Yeah.
they have,
And
not
that's
who
a
they
big
are.
fear.
But I think you're being deceitful, because if you think if you're dating me, it's because you trust me. So you can tell me I have this hedge fund. And I feel like from then on, how I react that's a red flag for you. So it's better you tell me this now. Because some girls maybe I'm cool with it, and then you tell me you have a hedge fund, and I could just switch up.
But wait.
So why would you switch up?
No, you never know. People can switch up. You never know. Like, okay, he has more money. Okay, let me
But then
ask what's going on
but then what if some girls don't show that switch up? Some guy, like for example, let's say Francis is earning 50K, you're earning 120. God forbid, and you are 120. Amen. And it's a thing where you have that hedge fund and you have so many other sources of income. So basically, low key, you don't have to work, but you're just working for the sake of working.
I might be someone that just hates being bored, having nothing to
Exactly.
do.
But then
Right?
Esther, you're not really feeling Francis like that, right? But then he tells you. Initially, you might feel, you might look at him in a different way and think, maybe
Cash out.
maybe I can see because your mind,
Cash out.
maybe. Do you feel though?
You getting what?
extra.
Come again.
But if I may ask,
You're not
though.
gonna tell me you have other extra like income. Like,
Wait, but if I may ask, Esther, at what point are we talking about? What stage in
No, I'm
in
not
the-
saying that,
is
like-
it dating?
If it's
No,
dating.
dating,
Yeah, your
dating that is
relationship.
fair
dating,
game.
dating.
Like
If it's
if
official, we need
it's-
to have that conversation.
Yeah, but dating.
My position is that question cannot come while I'm getting to know
Thank you.
if you
Yeah.
have good
That's what I'm
hygiene
saying.
or not.
That is what I'm just trying to say.
How much do you earn? Do you have a
Oh,
hedge
that's
fund or
true.
trust fund?
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like that's too early to be asking. If
Yeah.
anything, that's a red flag. That's
Because
understandable.
Yeah.
the way I see it, the point of dating is you're getting to know the person, right? And I believe common sense comes in now, right? If someone has common sense, you should be able to tell if someone is is grounded.
Yeah.
You understand? You can tell, like there are some people that you just see, this person cannot be poor in his life. It's not possible. Just have one conversation with the person, and you know that person is going to make it in his life. There are people like that, and when you meet them, they might not be at that point, at that stage.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what I'm trying to say.
This episode was sponsored by Yas Baked Goods Galore, your sweet stop for cakes, desserts, and all things sweet. They offer catering services, including delivery and custom event setup. Visit yasbakedgoodsgalore.com for all your baked goods today.
Guys, do you guys have bro code? Like, can you ever date someone that maybe your friend has done something with, or maybe just spoken to?
Sorry.
Francis, go first.
Let's say, you've been dating this girl, you're in a relationship, and then it got to the stage of her meeting her friends. Let's say, 9 months down the line, and you guys are deep, like you're deep. And then you found out.
First of all,
No, let's just pretend.
Just
Hold
breathe.
on, calm down, your blood is hot. Shelley, what's going on? So, and then you found out that Keli, who's your friend, did something with her like years ago. But then he has a problem with that. And you guys are like bros. What would you do? Would you stop talking to that girl based off of that, or would you continue?
I know that is hypothetical, but as personally in my dealings, if we are talking 2-3 weeks, a month, you're gonna eventually meet my close group of friends. It may not be in person, it might be over FaceTime. I have a very close friend where it's like FaceTime every day, right? If we're in that same space, I'm like, yeah, this is like my right hand, okay. And because the thing is that as a guy, especially when you're talking to a girl, you can't know everything, right? So it's kind of putting it out there, going that, all right, this is still in its infancy. If there are any objections or if there are anything I should know, bring it up now, because if it comes up 9 months later, I'm sorry, I'm done with everybody as a whole, the whole circle. Right. Because that's just how I am. So I need to bring that up early, within the first month. This is my crew, this is people I roll with, if you know of, or both sides kind of thing, right? Okay. So I need that transparency.
So long story short, you basically, the girl you talk to meets your friend in a month to 2 months. And then basically you stop talking to the girl if one of your friends have gone there.
I won't
just
say, okay, so I'm not, quote
Long
unquote,
story
I'm not hostile like that. But again, any hopes of, say, relationship or, extensive relations, I think that dies at that point. We can keep it cordial. I'm a good friend too, I think.
Friends on it.
But yeah, that's just what it is, right?
Okay,
I don't think any guy wants to be that guy. But again, I'm not saying there haven't been people in that situation.
I just feel like I feel like this is what I see for guys. If the guy just hits it, I don't think they care about passing the girl or letting the homeboy hit it.
You'll be wrong.
But
you'll be wrong.
I feel like that, unless you guys are just masking it, because in society, like not in society, but I just feel like
Let's say Toronto. In Toronto.
I feel like in Toronto, like I don't understand why I'm talking to you, and then your homeboy is in my DMs. Like it happens. Like where's the bro code? That happens. Like I'm just or unless he's just trying to test me and see if I'm loyal.
If you're loyal.
But why you have time for that? That's so stupid.
Okay, let's say from the bro. let's say from the bro. Keli, what are your thoughts?
On what exactly?
The whole bro code thing. Like if you're seeing a girl and then you realize that your bro or your friend is being with that girl, would you be turned off? Is that a red flag for you?
I'll be turned off for sure, right? I'll be turned off. Like if I'm the one seeing a girl and my guy's being with her, right? That's what you're saying. I'll be turned off for sure. I'll probably just smash and move forward with my life, man.
But why? Is it like an ego thing?
Because yeah, it's definitely an ego thing. Because men are like you really don't want to, and that's why. Let me backtrack a bit. That's why. Let me give girls this expo, right? I tell girls,
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, no, like I'll do that. Not every girl is here, but I'll do it. Like I tell girls, you have sense too. You understand? Like it's common sense, really. Like how can you mind the circle you're fucking with, right? Like watch that circle a lot, because if you've been around, we don't want to hear that you've changed. You don't consign me at that point. You understand? Like I'm being honest. Like I will just do what I want to do and move forward my life.
It's getting hot.
What's in here?
I will move forward my life. I'm not just like Francis said. At that point, I'm not going to take it seriously. Like it's even if I cared, like it's going to die. I can't help it.
Really quick.
It's ego. Like unfortunately, it's just the ego.
So you let your ego block
I will. Though, at that point,
potential
I
relationship.
will.
But what if this girl's actually like...
She's changed.
Wait, do you know what it looks like? Wait, do you know what it looks like?
So are you guys saying so she hits the block and then she changes?
Maybe just one friend.
that was
And what if it was like 5 years ago?
Right.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
So exactly.
Once
Statute of limitations.
Once again, it also depends on the level of friendship with that guy. Because this thing has happened to me, just the reverse, right? I was with a girl briefly. I felt kind of strong about her ish. Right.
You like the girl. Why are men like
then
that?
my guy, you know the funny thing, my guy actually started dating a girl.
Right.
And he was fully aware of what happened. And I was shocked.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a good friend. That's a red flag.
But the thing is, I didn't respect the relationship at that, because I was always looking at like,
okay, but you just said you liked the girl and now you're saying you didn't respect
no,
the
like
relationship.
obviously, because now my friend, like, you knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you just like, it was just, I didn't really, it was just weird to me.
So how's your relationship now with that guy?
I don't know.
You don't care?
I really don't
Are you
know.
guys friends
Error,
now?
not
Like-
found. Not found.
No,
Not
okay,
found.
no, I know it definitely affected the relationship. It definitely did.
But
Because
I think
you were aware, like you
Yeah.
knew, like, but you still, he was sneaky about it. Like, why?
Yeah.
Are you
But
doing
that's what I'm
that?
saying,
Yeah.
guys.
Right.
This I feel like there's not a lot of bro code, because there are situations where a girl will literally be talking to a friend, but your homeboy is in her DMs.
But I
Or
feel
brother,
like
I
so
feel like
sorry
that
to cut
happens.
you off.
Yeah,
So sorry to
yeah.
cut- But I really feel like a lot of that happens in Toronto because
Yeah.
guys, a very stupid guy will do something with one girl and then he'll be like, "Oh, she's good," and then maybe the friend wanna try it. So I feel like a lot of that happens because Toronto is small.
Oh,
already.
they're
So
not
it's like
Let me say
it's
this.
not about
Toronto is way too small
It's disgusting
for y'all
small.
to be trifling. Okay? Way too
Yeah.
No,
small.
I'm saying,
Right.
the thing is, like, I don't
Stress.
They didn't force you to do whatever you want. Like, you did that out of your own will. So why you like your what's it called? You need to repay for your actions, right? Like the consequences, right? You need to suffer the consequences for your actions. Like, really, if you're doing something, do it. Like, okay, do
your
it.
chest.
Yeah, with your full chest, do it. Don't come and start telling me one thing.
thing. So, is it by choice? You guys are men, obviously. Is it by choice to be trash? Or is it just in your blood?
Well,
You just don't know when you're being trashed.
But the thing is, like I said, all of us are actually trash.
This
Like,
question,
really.
no,
because see,
I want to know.
no, see,
Like,
see,
Victoria, I want to know,
see,
right?
Okay, see, all of us are trash because you're not going to say I'm trash because I didn't end up with you.
No. Some
Young-
people, I'm so sorry to say, this is born in my chest.
Yes.
You wanted to say
Do you know what? Some guys out there, they actually pretend to be this holier than thou church guys. They'll post everything they want the girls to see on Instagram, right? But then they lure the girl in, say everything they want the girl to hear, and then become that trash.
Girls do the same too, so that's why I say all of us are trash.
No.
Oh no.
No, girls do the same,
Come
just in a different way.
No, that's a lie.
Last time, I'm sorry. Like this is
Like
this is a
how?
pot calling a kettle black. Like at this
Sorry.
point.
Okay, so wait. Ladies. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, okay,
Come through.
Tell us.
I'm a little parched. Sorry, Esther.
At least someone's been honest, right?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I know sometimes as I can be. I'm not saying I'm gonna trash. I don't like to say that word. But for example, if I'm dating, like sometimes I just want to date just to date. Like I'm just having fun. Like I know I've been in situations where I was in a relationship for a really long time. Now I'm single and I just want to just date. Sometimes I would just talk to a guy, be nice to him, just so he can just take me on just dates, not because I want anything serious.
no.
So does that make me trash just because I'm just using him?
It does.
Do you make the guy? Wait. Do you make the guy believe that? Listen, you're gonna be in a relationship eventually. Do you make him believe that?
Oh,
Like, do you sell him dreams about we're gonna be in a relationship?
Are you selling dreams? Are you selling dreams, hopes and aspirations?
What are your thoughts? What are your
But
thoughts
like,
on
I
this?
feel like you need to make your intentions known.
Straight.
You need to know from the get-go, okay, I just want to have fun, go on some dates and stuff like that. Don't be selling dreams like, well, I want to be in a relationship with you, but then not right now, right? And you end up in a relationship with another guy.
For sure.
Yeah. Stuff
Because
like
the
that.
thing is, it's very easy for you to check someone without checking yourself. Like a lot of people do that. You keep pointing this, but check yourself. Like girls do these things. I say with my chest, girls do, because the example you gave now, you don't know if that guy that's taking your dates is probably very moist, very soft. He falls in love easily, right? And you're actually selling dreams at that point, and you just crush the guy.
I'm not gonna lie, there have been
And then
situations.
it happens.
And
It
then
really
you
there's been
create
situations
the,
where
the trash men that you complain about.
Thank
I'm actually
you.
guilty.
There's been situations.
That's what I'm saying.
There's definitely been
create by your
situations where I go on dates. For me, I'm just having fun. But I don't bring it up like I just want to have fun, because it just sounds weird to me. I know that
But
sounds
why
wrong.
does it sound weird?
Because
I think it's mature.
I'm
that
just
you let them
literally,
know.
I'm just like going with the flow. But when I do get in a situation where the guy's like, okay, like, oh, where is this? Like, oh, I'm feeling you, and I'm not feeling him. That's when I just say, oh, let's just be friends, because I just don't want anything more. Like,
After you've collected 10 to 15 dates.
Trip to Greece, Gucci bag.
But hold on.
Nah, that's how you create the
Wait.
monsters.
I noticed guys don't like to go for the girls that are about the friends with
I
benefits.
feel like lately, no, guys actually want girls that wanna, like, I have, like, my male friends, they actually like, Esther, Oyin, like, low-key, I don't want relationship, like, let her know, I need to make my intentions known to her. So I feel like lately, because a lot of girls now are coming out of this show, it's like, because you know how normally it would be an embarrassment to say, oh, I want
This
to be
life
friends
that
with-
is short.
Now it's like, I feel like in Toronto, a lot of women,
Enjoy yourself. This is
I
like
feel like a lot of
shorts.
women now, though, they're actually being very open and saying, listen, I don't want a relationship, I just want to just F-U-C-K. Keli,
Yeah.
to wrap things up, you
Yeah.
know, what are the red flags for you? The foundation.
Like I think when you getting to know somebody, one thing you should look out for is I think you kind of touched on it. I'm not too sure, but it's actually important to have to like the same things to an extent.
Yes, that's what I was
Understand.
leading to.
To an extent, and let me just even give maybe one random example. It could even be something as little as you like to just maybe some days just stay indoors, drink, have a good time, and she's not like that. So you understand? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that kind of person, right? But there's going to be friction. You understand?
At some point.
Yeah, at some point.
At some
So
point.
that thing it's very important, and also a few other things like if you get to know somebody, watch how the person treats other people. Like if you treat me nicely and treat other people wrong, there's something wrong with you.
That's definitely a big one.
It's a matter of time
It's
when,
going to be a matter of
Exactly.
time,
when your time's gonna be up.
So
Yeah.
that's one. And don't tell me you love me up and down, man.
Why?
Like, chill. Like why you loving me? What's love?
Oh, if it's too
Can you
soon.
explain love? Nah, chill.
It's only like they love you once a year, then.
No, I'm saying like, oh, it's too soon, like chill. all this love thing, like, oh.
He's not affectionate. He's not affectionate.
No. Actually, I am. I am. You know, I'm actually affectionate, right? But I'm also realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be saying I love you on the first dates.
No,
Okay,
no, but he's talking
no.
about
No,
he's
that's-
talking
that's-
about don't be telling me I love you every day.
Like, why
Yeah.
you? Why
Oh,
you
wait,
doing that?
what? I don't know.
Fair, okay. Before you talk for me, right?
Please,
Yeah.
still be a child.
Oh, we're giving him a
Like-
take back now?
Yeah,
No,
like
maybe a chest
I've been
hair.
in a situation, for example, where I didn't say I love you throughout the relationship.
Okay, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
You know, it's not a red flag because wait, see.
Say what you mean.
Wait, but how long was the relationship?
Did you ever
Say what you mean.
You didn't offer them.
Okay, that's one mistake people make. You
Imagine
don't have
a
to
man
love
saying
someone to
doesn't
be in a
love me
relationship
at
with that person.
all.
It grows, right?
It grows.
It's possible that we
that's
don't
risky.
grow.
Is that risky?
Wait. Okay, wait. How long was that relationship? Really quickly. How long was that?
Situationship. Right?
It got downgraded. It got
Anyway, you know, ladies and gentlemen, these are our lovely men of Toronto. That said was love. Brush your teeth. So do you know what? This has been great, and I think I want us to go around and introduce yourselves again. So
Okay.
let's start from you.
Oh, me?
Oh, my name is Esther.
Keli.
I'm Oyin.
Francis.
Victoria.
And that's it for Insync. I want to just say thank you to our sponsors for this episode, Yas Baked Goods Galore and Maneuver. Thank you so much, guys. We really love your products. And please like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.
Bad girls like us, we don't want no trouble, we no want no fuss. Coming out of place, we not in touch.